I promise you that what I'm about to show you here will change how you think about producing your short films or even any kind of video. Here, you'll learn how, by using these 3 artificial intelligences, you can completely transform a short film or video just like I did with mine. From generating nightmare images to fixing production errors, these AIs made possible what once seemed impossible, and you can do it too.
And let me explain why this is huge. That's what she said.
This is Rebel Filmmakers.
Hey, Rebel Filmmakers, Reynaldo Cantu here. Welcome to the channel.
One of the key scenes from my latest horror short film, The Call from the Dead, that you probably should watch first, I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this video.
Si tu ser amado te hablara del más allá, ¿contestarías?
One of the key scenes was the appearance of a ghost.
Murkapana kandos. De matos kando.
I had a clear idea of how it should move. I wanted something like a possessed zombie, but when we filmed it, I didn't quite get the effect I wanted. In the shots I recorded,
The actor did it well, but I wanted something different. I wanted something like robotic. I want this movement to be something like not human.
So I looked for a solution and wondered if artificial intelligence could help. That's when I decided to experiment with Pikalabs, a platform for creating videos with AI. I had already created some videos there, so I decided to experiment a bit more. I used reference images of what I had recorded with the actor for this scene, doing the same possessed pose. After many generations and adjustments, I finally got 3 or 4 video sequences that I liked and that worked for what I wanted.
And that's the thing with all these AI tools, that you don't have much control with it. So you have to generate many images to get something remotely close to what you can use.
After experimenting a lot, I realized something extremely interesting. These sequences were essential for giving the ghost that disturbing movement I needed.
Mario.
Then I faced another problem. There was a nightmare scene I shot, but I felt it was missing more elements to make it scarier.
I hadn't filmed any special effects for this sequence, so I decided to try Luma, which is another site to create videos with AI. And this one, I think it's one of the best creating videos from reference images.
I took a couple of images of the actor as references from a scene I'd already shot for this sequence. Then I wrote a prompt to give it a disturbing vibe. I experimented with various directions to get the kind of visual horror I needed for the scene.
And let me explain why this is very important.
It's crucial to give precise instructions to the AI because that's how it creates the videos. After several attempts, I finally got 2 images that I liked. These AI-generated images were the final touch to turn the nightmare into something truly terrifying. Since the images come out a bit robotic and not entirely smooth, they look creepy, which is exactly what I needed for this scene.
I did several experiments with Luma, and like with the other sites to generate videos, you have almost no control to what will come out. So there were many videos that it generated that didn't work for me because they didn't come out as I wanted.
I still had many problems with my short film due to mistakes I made, but the next AI changed everything for me. As usual in filmmaking, there are lots of errors, and in my case, there were several objects in the frame that shouldn't have been there. These objects were visible, and just like how I overlooked them, I had also overlooked the tool that could solve this problem. The tool I used is Runway, one of the leading platforms right now. It's not only great for generating images and video from text or images in high quality, but it also allows you to improve your videos and do things like removing backgrounds, erasing objects, and tracking objects in videos, among many other things. Honestly, it's impressive. And the best part is that many of these functions are available for free.
So I decided to experiment to see if it would help me to fix my videos by erasing those objects from the video in same time.
Although it didn't always work perfectly, it helped me save several takes I thought I'd have to discard due to major errors.
For example, if this one shot, some shots shouldn't be there. I left them by accident when I was recording. Maybe they weren't that important, but I felt that they were distracting and I wanted them gone. And I think Runway did a really good job erasing them. For example, in this another shot had a chandelier turned on. The scene was supposed to be in total darkness, as it was set at night. When we filmed, I didn't realize the chandelier was visible. This could distract the audience from the story, so I used Runway to erase it. And I think it did a really good job. I mean, it's not perfect, but it worked.
The advantage of this technology is that it works like Photoshop, but for video. You erase things as the video plays, and it remembers the object you want to remove. Sometimes it messes up, and you have to adjust things. It's not perfect, but in this case, I was able to erase the chandelier so it didn't distract from the scene.
I even used this tool to erase the actor from a dark scene when he shouldn't have been. I was supposed to film the actress walking towards an empty kitchen, but the only shot I had was with the other actor in frame. So I experimented with Runway to erase the other actor. I was amazed that it worked. I mean, it's not perfect. Although you can still see the actor's shadow, it's not that noticeable. It could even add the creepiness because the shadow is lingering there. So I was happy with the result.
Thanks to Runway, I was able to fix all these mistakes without having to reshoot those scenes. I also dealt with some cables and tripods that were visible in certain fixed shots. We needed the lights close to the scene, which is where I used a tool called Adobe Firefly that lets you edit and create images with text, like Photoshop. I used it to erase those elements more simply by taking a screenshot of the scene, erasing the tripods in Firefly, and overlaying the cleaned up image over the video. I put the video underneath, and this way I was able to save those shots.
I know, probably I could have used After Effects for this, but let me explain it simply. Firefly was quick and saved me a lot of time on the post-production process.
Without these AIs, my short film would have turned out completely different. Sure, I could have manually erased some objects, but in shots with movement, like the chandelier scene where the camera moves, it would have taken me hours or even days, and I would have needed tons of patience. Regarding the AI-generated video images like the zombie, the ghost, or the nightmare scenes, without these tools, I wouldn't have been able to create them. I didn't shoot those takes, and I also don't have much knowledge of 3D animation, which would have been necessary.
And I think that all these AI tools could be the secret or the answer to us, the independent filmmakers, for the future of all the low-budget films, because we can make VFX with a lower cost and save time, I think.
And I'm sure they'll keep getting better over time.
If you're thinking of giving your short films or videos a special touch, I encourage you to try experimenting with these AIs. Many of them offer free versions so you can create videos, learn, and experiment. It's really interesting and it's really fun. I'm still learning as new AIs and platforms come out. Some of them are already better than when I used them in this short film. Have you used these AI tools? Which one do you recommend? Which one are better? You can tell me on the comments. And if you want to know how I saved the unusable audio for my latest short film using AI, you should watch this video. I see you in the next video, and don't forget to comment and subscribe.